Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's Whyli, and today, boys, we are back with another video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my favorite solo traps. These traps are going to include a fence gate trap, a stair trap, and just a simple sand/gravel trap. These are my three favorite solo pulling traps that you can use by yourself or with a buddy, whichever one you want. But personally, I like using these solo because when I can't play with my friends or nobody is on, I like to have traps that I'm able to use by myself so I can still get clips or anything like that. So without further ado, enjoy the video, guys. Alright guys, so when you're finished with the trap, this is going to be the final product. This is basically what it does. So you'd be running, you'd place the pressure plate, and all the fence gates open up, so anyone that was chasing you would have fallen down into your trap. All this will pull out by itself, and then you can still have your close button wherever you want. I just put it over here just for whatever purposes, and yeah, it repairs itself. All you do is place the pressure plate in your designated spot, and it pulls the full freaking trap, and it is just super dope. I've used this in many montages, so now I'm going to show you guys how to make this. Alright guys, so basically to make this trap, you're going to need about 10 blocks of space on each side of the fence gate trap. So wherever you want to have it, you have your 4 blocks. So say, we're just going to make it super obvious for the demonstration, but you guys will get the point. I showed you like an example of where you can like hide the trap. Yeah, so you're going to need 10 blocks out of each side of the trap. So you'll need 10 blocks that way, and you're going to need 10 blocks that way, and you're also going to need about 2 to 3 blocks in the front of it so that you can have the redstone wiring to make it self-pullable. Okay, so once you have found where you want to make the trap, you're going to want to go ahead and mine it out, obviously. I'm just going to do this quickly. Okay, so once you've mined out the trap, I'm just going to mine it out for there for now. You're going to want to have the blocks placed here, of course. So like this is where it pulls. Obviously, this is super freaking obvious, so no one would fall for it, but you guys know, you guys can figure out where you want to put the traps. So you're going to want to go to mine out the area for the redstoning now. So I'm just going to do that really quickly and fast forward it. Okay, so once you guys have mined out 10 blocks from one side of the trap, we're going to go ahead and start on the first side. So for the fence gate part, you're going to want to get fence gates, of course, and just place blocks like this. You're going to want to place fence gates on all of it. You're not going to want to open it yet because it's going to be aids later. So then you're going to want to break this block, the third block. So it's 1, 2, and then 3. Obviously, it's just a fence gate trap. You're going to want to get repeaters. You're going to want to place your repeaters like this under the fence gates. The reason you have to place the fence gates first is because you can't place fence gates on top of blocks like that. After you do that, you're going to want to put one more on the back, and then you can start opening these all up if you want. Also, remember, don't accidentally tick this like I just did. That can really mess up your trap. It'll pull it awkwardly, and it can really mess it up. Now we're going to want to continue adding on to these rows. We're going to need 4 rows of repeaters. Everything works in 4s pretty much for this trap, so that's a good way to remember things if you forget something. So here we have our 4th layer of repeaters. So we should have 4 layers of repeaters, 4 layers of fence gates, and now we're going to have 4 layers of pistons. You're just going to want to place the pistons like this going into the fence gates. And now you're just going to want to hook this all up to some redstone. And we'll get back to this to make it self-pullable, but we're going to go ahead and make the closed side. Now the closed side is optional for this trap, but I personally like to have it because it's a pain in the butt to reset it. It'll work either way. The self-pullable part will work for either the the repairable or non-repairable. All right, once you guys have mined out a good enough area for the repair spot, which is 10 blocks, it's the same as the open. Once again, this is optional. You don't have to have it, but basically you're going to want to place 2 blocks like this. You're going to want to have pistons on this layer, not the layer against it, but the layer next to it. You're going to want to go repeaters, blocks, repeaters, blocks, so on. We're gonna have 4 layers of repeaters like normal, so we have 3 so far. 1 more layer of blocks and repeaters once more. Hook it up with some redstone, and since this is the closed side, you can just put the button anywhere. You can just leave this redstone off to anywhere, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna put it right there. You're gonna want to get the rest of your pistons and place them each on these dirt rows here. And now that you've finished the close spot, we are going to finally add in the self-pullable part. So right here we have just a normal repairable fence gate trap, but now we want to add it so that you can self-pull it so you can trap people better and alone. Okay, so you're going to want to find the spot where you want it to self-pull. So say I want it to self-pull right on this corner. You can do it on here. I don't recommend doing it here because it can mess with this stuff, but it's possible, I guess. I just recommend doing it along these 3 blocks right in here. I'm just going to do it right here because I like to have it in the corner so I know where it's going to be every time, and it's super easy to just place that pressure plate and trap the guys. We are going to mine out a small little area here, put a redstone there, 1 down. And then you're going to want to be at least 2 blocks away from your from your fence gates, because this redstone can actually mess up your fence gates so that they close, and that way like you could be running and the trap pulls and there's like 1 closed and they get stuck on it and they can pearl out easily. So you don't want that to happen, so make sure to keep the redstone at least 2 blocks away from your fence gate. Okay, so now that we have the spot where we want to pull it, we're going to place the redstone and just go find the original current that it's supposed to mark up with, which is right here. So you're going to want to hook this up, and depending on how long it is from your trap, you're going to want to put a repeater in between just so the current can reach. So I'm just going to put one there because that'll make it so it reaches everything, so it pulls the full trap. And now you can just get your pressure plate out. You can place these blocks up here and just place your pressure plate and it should pull the trap just like that. So and then you can go back and close it if you have the auto repairable part, but once again that is optional, and everything will just go back to it is. You can keep pulling it like that and trap all the people you want. So yeah, it's pretty freaking legit. It's one of my favorites, so I recommend using it. And yeah, let's get into the next trap, baby. Alright guys, so the next trap I'm going to be showing you is the stair trap, the self-pull stair trap, which is super simple to make, but a lot of you guys wanted a tutorial on it, so I'm going to show you this now. Basically what it does is you just run up the stairs, you flick a lever, and it opens up and drops them down to your kill zone. It's super simple, like I said, just some simple sticky pistons hooked up to a lever. So yeah, we're just going to get right into how to make this beauty right here. Alright guys, so basically for making this trap, you're going to want to find a good like stair-like natural structure almost, so it doesn't look like it's just a straight up staircase. It needs to be like built in, kind of. See how this is like, looks like it's almost built into the terrain around here. So we're going to use this as an example, and this can give you a good idea of where you want to put your stair trap. So basically to start off, you're going to want to find the blocks that you want to disappear basically, or like go into the wall. So I want this one here, so I'm going to mine it like 3 blocks back, place a sticky piston at the back, mine the other block 3 blocks back, this block 3 blocks back, and so on. Just mine all of them 3 blocks back and place a sticky piston. So I'm just going to do these 5 here, or 6, my bad. And yeah, then you want to place blocks back over it, like so. I put a piece of stone here just to make it more natural looking, and then maybe some dirt, and then like a grass on top here. Oops. So now you're going to want to go up to the top of where you're going to get, so like this is the last block, so you'll be right here, and you're going to want to be able to flick the lever like right there, so you can just easily click it and the thing will pull out. So the lever is going to go there. You're going to want to mine a block here and here, place actually you want the redstone going in like that, and then you're going to want to place a 2 blocks over it like that, and that's not going to make it too obvious. No one's going to like suspect that, especially if there's like a hill or something right here, but even if there's not, it's still not that bad. So yeah, just place those 2 blocks like that. Now you're going to want to mine down into the trap, find all the pistons, the backs of them, mine about 2 to 3 blocks. I like to have 3 just for some extra space, and you need it to hook up the redstone eventually, so you might as well just go ahead and do yourself a favor. You're going to want to place repeaters behind each pistons, redstone, do a second layer like this, repeater, and redstone. And then you're going to want to place a final redstone there, and then you're going to want to find the current right here that goes into the lever and hook that up, and you're basically done. Now you just go up here, make sure everything's blocked up, press the lever, everything should be pulled. Make sure it looks natural and everything. Test it one time, go up it, and boom, there you go. That's the trap. We didn't mine out the kill zone, but you guys know how to do that. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the self-pullable stair trap. Pretty simple trap, easy to use, and really fun, and gets a lot of good clips. So definitely one of my recommendations. Alright guys, and finally the last trap that is very useful for solo trapping is this gravel trap here. So basically how you use it is there's two ways to make it, but the way I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it is the sign method. And basically what you do is you run over here to the lever, you pull the lever, and it drops all the gravel down, and the guy that would be on top of it would fall down. So it's a pretty simple trap to make. It's probably the most annoying though because of the reset process, but it's not that bad, and it's definitely worth it because this trap is super OP and can get a lot of freaking players at once, just depending on how many chase you, because pretty much everyone will chase on top of it as long as you make it pretty undetectable, like in a cave, on a beach, or just like in the village like I have in this example here. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys how to make this freaking trap now. Alright, so I just found like the side of a beach and basically, or pond, my bad. I'm going to show you guys how to make it beside here. I'm just going to use a small portion of it just because I don't want it to take forever. Basically, you're just going to want to mine down the area you want to be pulled. So I want all this here. Guys. I'm cutting from this way. I'm probably going to want to put the lever in a somewhat secretive spot. So maybe I'd make a little spot right here and have the lever like right in there so no one can really see it too well, and I can come over here and just flick it super easily so that they'll all fall down. You're gonna want to get a piston, and you're going to want to find a good spot where you can hook it up. So I'm just gonna do it right here. It's got to be one block under where the sand will sit, or gravel, or whatever you're using, like this. And then you're gonna want to get a little bit of redstone, not too much, maybe like 3 to 4 pieces. And you're just going to want to hook this up to that piston down here, just like so. Cover that up however you want to do it. Pull it so that it's sticking out, and place whatever blocks you broke there. Get some signs, and you're just going to want to place it like that. And then all the signs have to be against this sign. So no matter what, you cannot place them against, you can't place it like that or like this. It always has to be against another sign that you placed, if that makes sense. So you're just going to watch what I'm doing here, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just going to want to place it like so, always against another sign. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as it's all against that first sign there. And just do this, fill all these signs out. Alright, and once all of your signs are placed, now you're just going to want to put the sand over the trap or the gravel or whatever you use to make it. And simply, it's freaking done. You just run over, pull your freaking lever, and boom, all the sand's gonna fall down, and you'll be able to recollect your signs, hopefully, if they don't despawn, and you'll be able to place it back. And then the reset process, just do that, and then place all the signs back and put the sand on top. So this is a really freaking OP trap, like I said already, and it can get a lot of people if you use it right. So I definitely recommend using this trap. Alright boys, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like down below if you learned something, or one of these traps helped you in your trapping montages, or just clips, or just for fun, you don't record but you trap people. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about the redstone or the traps, or like tips and strategies that I use when I bait or trap. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your Christmas break, or if you're not on Christmas break, just enjoy whatever you're doing right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Whyli, and peace.